¿Qué pasa, YouTube? Happy Wednesday, and today's going to be the 4th day of daily uploads. If you guys missed day number 3, make sure to go check that out. A link to that should be in the top left-hand corner of the video. Now, from the looks of my opponent's team, he's got 3 very offensive hitters in the forms of Guts Eradicate, Specs or Scarf Magmortar, and Choice Bandit or Choice Scarf Pincer. So I know I'm going to have to watch out for those 3. So because he's not carrying a Rapid Spinner, I'm going to decide to lead off with my Marowak, seeing as Golem is normally the choice lead of any team that's going to be carrying it. So my Marowak is the best thing I have to deal with that, and I will freely be able to get up my Stealth Rock. So yeah guys, let's get right into the battle and see how it turned out. I'm going to be leading off on my Marowak, as my opponent will be leading off with his Golem. Now this is actually the reason why I led off on my Marowak, because Golem, when it's on the team, is more than likely going to be the lead. It's just like Gigalith basically. If it's on the team, it's going to be the lead. So I'm going to go straight for the Earthquake, knowing that I will be able to knock him down to a sturdy range as he's going to get up his Stealth Rocks, which I really don't care about, seeing as I do have War Turtle, which is my Rapid Spinner, and he doesn't carry a Ghost type, so I know I can really Rapid Spin them away, as I'm going to get up my own Stealth Rocks, knowing that he will go for the Sucker Punch, and the turn after that, I will be able to finish him off with an Earthquake. And the Sucker Punch actually doesn't do as much damage as I thought it would, seeing as I don't have any HP investments, and Golem do have a very good physical attack, but I guess I'm just underestimating Marowak's natural ball. So he's going to bring in the Eradicate named Joint, which means he's an obvious Hayden fanboy. But yeah, so he's going to get the Flame Orb activated and the Guts Boost activated. Now, because I don't want anything to take a Stab, Guts Boosted, Facade, however the fuck you say it, I'm just going to leave in my Marowak Death Fodder, as I'm going to switch into my Yellow Seed. And because I am max defense, max HP with Eviolite, I know I can take 1 and I will be able to Rapid Spin the rocks away, which means now I can freely Volt Switch my Rotom and U-turn out with my Cinccino, knowing that I won't have to take any residual damage from the Stealth Rock. So it's just going to finish me off with the second Facade, as I'm going to bring in my Rotom. Now, because Rotom do have some very good natural bulk and I am at full HP, I know I will be able to take a Sucker Punch fairly well and finish him off with the Volt Switch, but he doesn't go for it. I guess he doesn't carry it. I'm not too sure why he wouldn't. To each their own, I suppose. So I'm going to Volt Switch out into my Beauty Queen. Now the reason I did this was because I knew I would be able to lure in his Scarfer, either it being the Magmortar or being the Pincer. Now because he obviously went out into Pincer, this is going to be his Scarfer, so I know I can switch into my Rotom, knowing that he's not going to go for the Stone Edge, and I can take a Close Combat and I can take X-Scissor, because I do resist both of them, and that Close Combat doesn't even do half, which is just great, because the following turn, because he is at -1 special defense, I will be able to go for the Volt Switch and maybe finish him off, but he ends up switching out into his Chimecho. Now judging for how much damage this Volt Switch is going to do, I guess he's max defense and max HP, and if I had gone for the Thunderbolt, I would have been able to 2-hit KO him, but oh well, nothing I can do about it now, as I'm going to bring in my Beauty Queen. Now because I'm thinking that he's max defense and max HP, I'm not too sure if a super effective Light 4 boosted U-turn will be able to finish him off, but to my surprise it does. So now I will be able to U-turn now into my Rotom. And I don't know why more people don't use Volt Turn in NU. I mean, I know there's not many good Pokemon that do get Volt Switch and U-turn that would go good together, but Rotom and Cinccino are really doing some work right now. So he's going to bring in his Pincer, not entirely too sure why. I mean, if he brought in the Magmortar, he could have taken a hit and finished me off, but because Pincer don't have the best special defense around, I'm actually going to be able to finish him off with the Volt Switch, which was something I wasn't expecting, honestly. I was just going to Volt Switch out into my Vileplume and finish him off with a Giga Drain, but oh well. And I'm just going to bring in my Gardevoir. I'm just going to bring in the Lapras. Now, there's not really anything I can do to those Lapras, so I'm just going to go for the Will-O-Wisp. Maybe I should have just switched out into my Cinccino, seeing as he could be carrying the Kill Bell, so going for the Will-O-Wisp was a bit dumb on my part, and he ends up just toxicking me. So I'm going to switch into my Cinccino this turn, as he ends up going for the Thunderbolt, which was something I was not expecting. I thought he would go for the Ice Beam or the Surf, but oh well, whatever. So I'm going to go for the Rock Blast, when on hindsight, maybe I should have gone for the Wake Up Slap, because that possibly could have done more damage, but oh well, it's not that big of an issue, as she's just going to finish me off with the Surf. So at that amount of HP, I'm fairly positive that a Volt Switch will be able to finish him off, so I'm going to switch into my Rotom and go for that. But to my surprise, he just actually ends up living with like 2% HP. Jesus, Lapras, why are you so bulky? So I'm going to switch into my Gardevoir, knowing that my Vileplume can't take an Ice Beam that well, so he ends up getting a crit, but really that doesn't matter whatsoever. And the following turn, since I am faster than him, I will be able to just finish him off with the Psychic, as he's just down to his Magmortar. Now at this point, I know the battle is pretty much in my favor, so I'm just going to leave in my Gardevoir basically as Death Fodder on this Magmortar, seeing as I can get a switch into my Rotom, go for the Volt Switch, and bring in my Vileplume. Then once my Vileplume dies, I will be able to go for the Thunderbolt when I switch my Rotom back in. But to my surprise, I end up taking the Fire Blast, which was something I wasn't expecting, and I will be able to get a huge chunk of damage off on this Magmortar, which means the following turn, once he finishes me off, I can switch into my Rotom and just finish him off with the Volt Switch. So that's going to be the very narrow 2-0 victory in my favor. So yeah guys, I know these battles that I've been bringing you lately have been fairly short. They've only been like 20 to 28 turns, I believe. Hopefully you guys don't mind that. I mean, I don't mind short battles, but I don't know. I do have one long battle that I might upload tomorrow or might upload on Friday that I hope you guys will enjoy. So you guys, you know what to do. Leave a like, leave a comment, and make sure to subscribe. And with that, I do believe I am out of here. So later.